Hello, my name is Allison, Clewis, and this speech is about my take on journaling. And this article is about the benefits of journaling. Journaling is the act of thinking about your life and writing it down. Journaling can boost your mood, enhance your sense of well-being, and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety before an important event. For me, journaling has a positive impact on my anxiety by clearing my mind, helping to release pent-up feelings and everyday stress, and letting go of negative thoughts. This article by James Clear goes into detail about the many benefits of journaling, how to make it a healthy habit, and how not for it to feel like an obligation. Many people like me, I'm sure, like the idea of journaling. The amount of journals I have and have not made a habit out of, there are too many to count. But not many people tend to stick with it. Journaling can easily feel like an obligation or something that is just time consuming. Personally, it tends to be very time consuming for me because I have a habit of wanting to write down a detailed recollection of every interesting thing that has happened to me in a day. And that turns journaling into an obligation, and some days I don't have the mental energy to do that. But there's no right way to journal, and one way to make journaling easier is to just write one sentence a day. By doing this, you'll probably feel more accomplished and want to keep returning to your journal. For example, you could give yourself prompts like, what happened today? What am I grateful for? How do I feel? How did I sleep last night? A habit doesn't have to be impressive for it to be useful. Something small like just writing one sentence a day can make a big difference in your life. One thing I personally like about journaling is getting the opportunity to look back on my life and learn from old experiences and past mistakes. Every once in a while, I really love going back to read some of my old journal entries and see how much I've changed and the difference in my thought process. A quote from James Clear is, "Reading old journal entries is a bit like reading a great book for the second time." Past journal entries could be a way to prove progress throughout your life. For me, journaling tends to motivate me to make the most out of every day, like venturing out and doing things I wouldn't normally do, like trying new types of food or stopping to watch the sunset and just to live in the moment. I believe everyone could benefit from getting their thoughts out of their head and onto paper. Whenever I'm overthinking a situation, I love to write it out. It really helps. It also helps to stay grounded and to not be so anxious about some things. Courtney E. Ackerman says that journaling can help us shift from a negative mindset to a more positive one, especially about ourselves, which I believe a lot of people can benefit from. Our harshest critic is ourselves, and I think people should work on treating themselves more kindly. By allowing your creativity to thrive, it can be very cathartic and make a big difference in your daily well-being. There are many different types of journals: an artistic journal, a food journal, a gratitude journal, a travel journal, a plant journal, and a dream journal. Besides my day-to-day life journal, I also keep a dream journal. I attempt to keep this a daily habit, but it really depends on if I remember my dream from the previous night or not. I tend to have very vivid dreams every night, and there have been some times when I've woken up in the middle of the night just to write it down before I forget it. And of course, there are days where I wake up and cannot explain what happened in my dream. But a dream journal is fun to keep for me, and I love going back and reading my past dreams. Some of them read like bizarre short stories, and some of them make absolutely no sense. Again, I believe everyone can benefit from getting their thoughts, their aspirations, or their frustrations out of their head and onto paper. Whether you're keeping your journal dedicated to your life or a journal dedicated to something specific in your life, what's important is that you're having a relationship with your mind. I believe everyone could benefit from journaling in some way and find their own fun and creative way to journal.